Violets are true, roses are red. I just want to say violets are blue right now because I don't know where you're going. Tell me why violets are blue right now. Do you mean you're going to leave me sad and blue? Bring back the roses. I'm in the heart of there. Now you're gone, I can only say roses are red, will be just a memory and blue. I'm going to call 11825372743. That's my number when I'm feeling blue. I'm going to call Sister Dobong on your tune. Sister Dobong, roses are red, she will find you. I bet Sister Dobong will bring you back true. Just remember, roses are red and violets are not blue. Don't go, baby, just let be true. Don't go, I love you. My roses are red, I'm true only for you.
So if you don't get it, just let me know, just let me know. I will never let my feelings go. I will never let my feelings go. I love you so. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Baby, just I know, and I must go. But my feelings will always be the same. Last night I seen you in my dream. I was sitting in Sister Dobong's office. She was a spiritual advisor. She's a unique another. I started to cry. I woke up with love. Tears in my eyes. You never know how I love you so. I love you so. You never know how I love you so. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Baby, roll, 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 walk gently down the street. I will be waiting for you to understand. Before I go, I must say I love you, I love you. My feelings will never go away, no, 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 no. Goodbye, you never know how I love you so.
This is Jenny Manny, an intuitive healer and author with you on Kings and Queens Radio, 93.5 FM, Brooklyn Station, and Sister Dobong.
This is Aldi Zink. Are you having troubles with your love life? Is your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend looking for love in all the wrong places? This coming Tuesday, tune in to King and Queen Radio on 93.5.
Greetings. I am Sister Dobong, the one and all. I am the spiritual doctor, the most famous, gifted to help in all problems of life, specializing reunite lovers, friends, soulmates. I work with the spirits of the dead and the living. I give you those lucky numbers you've been waiting for. I have something that will give you a spirit that will help you conquer things that you want to conquer. I have those stones, those lucky stones that you've been looking for. And also, guess what? I have something can do house clearance. You having troubles in your house? That's right. You need to get something to give your house a house clearance. Don't worry no more if you have an immigration problems, because I help many of people solve cases every immigration problems, also court cases. Don't be disappointed for the loved one that behind bars, because I work with the spirit can help them and release them from prison. That's right, you're having problems getting a job. I'll remove the evil from your life so you can get a job and be able to have money and be able to do some of the things that you would love to do in life. I foresee the future events. I also helped a lot of celebrities. I can clear impossible problems. Some of those problems are depression, substance abuse, impotence, infertility. And I break all black magic spell, jinx, and demonic forces. You want to have success in business? One call will convince you. One call will convince you. 718-253-7277.
Good morning, good evening, good night.
Hello.
That's my fault. You are watching and listening to the King and Queen Radio Show with your host, Sister Dobong, aka Zena Palin, and her co-host, Anne Marie. Tonight we have a packed show, so make sure that you stay tuned. Again, you're listening to WVIP 93.5 FM, kingandqueenradio.com, sisterdobong.com, brooklynstation.com, livestream.com/KNQ Radio, as well as youtube.com, and also Twitch and Periscope. Stay tuned. We have a packed show. We'll be right back. And don't forget to visit sisterdobong.com for your lucky numbers and horoscopes.
It's evening now, but in a lot of countries it's morning. So we always greet you with good morning and good evening. Welcome to the King and Queen Radio Show, brooklynstation.com and sisterdobong.com, WVIP 93.5 FM. And tonight we got some great people in the house tonight. And we're going to have a lovely show. Yes. We got DJ, I'm waiting on my DJ to say his name over, DJ Suave. Yes, and he playing the good music here tonight. Hello, DJ Suave, and you know who we got. I have a lady of the house. She's going to be doing the interviews tonight. Lady Holly. Yes, DJ Gold Star. Hi, Anne Marie, my host. How are you? How was your weekend?
Great.
So you got a lot of good news for us tonight.
I hope so.
I see you looking very cheerful. You must have met a new boyfriend.
No, I wish.
No, you wish.
Yes.
You can keep wishing upon the star. That's why you're here with Sister Dobong. I got to give you something to catch you a new boyfriend.
That's right. You have to.
That's right. So things is really perking up. Folks, we got a good show for you tonight. If you're tuning in right now, we want to welcome you all out there on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you at tonight. We have a great show for you. So we're going to get started because we got so many people in the house tonight, and I got a special host sitting in here. So we're going to have time with her a lot tonight. But in the meantime, right now, wow. Ooh, woke me up. Ooh, that's running that bad luck away.
Amen.
Ooh, that's sounding good. Okay, so now give us, we're going to go to you, Lady Holly. We take it to you right now. And where are you taking us to?
I got a couple of places, but am I in the wrong show?
No, you're not on there. We go Jamaica. That's from 1 a.m. But where are you taking us to right now in New York City? Because we visited Florida and everywhere right now. We in the States. So do you got somebody tonight with us?
Actually, I have two persons. First and foremost, I have Jennifer Manning. She's on the line on hold. And then right before us, we have that young lady, Miss Zoe Bell.
Yes, Miss Zoe Bell. And everybody in the cameras are looking at Miss Zoe Bell. Says she's so pretty. And she got a message for us tonight. And she got these books. And we're going to be talking about the books. I read the book, fantastic books. And wow. Yes, so you see, and she's a lovely lady. So tonight we're going to be coming back with her because we have to take a lot of time out with her and talk with Mrs. Zoe Bell. Okay, so now we're going to take you back to that caller out there, WVIP 93.5 FM. And you're going to take over from now.
Yes. Jennifer, are you there?
I am.
Hi.
Nice to be here.
Thank you so much for holding. Again, this is the King and Queen Radio Show with your host, Sister Dobong, aka Zena Phelan, and our host, Anne Marie. We are being filmed live and tuned in live on WVIP 93.5 FM, kingandqueenradio.com, brooklynstation.com, livestream.com, as well as youtube.com, and many others. So, I am very happy that you decided to give us a call. And just very briefly, I do understand that you have been dealing with 7 years of chronic pain and several chronic illnesses within a matter of 3 weeks. So because you had something disruptive happen in your life, it made you change to write a book because you've been an intuitive healer, healing practitioner for mind and a body mentor for more than over a decade. And the book that you first published is called The Short Path to Change in 30 Ways to Transform Your Life. I'm very honored to have you here on the show, and I want you to take the floor. You could just give a little bit about yourself to the audience, and then you could plug. You have the floor.
Sure, absolutely. Yes, I was sick for 7 years and diagnosed with a bunch of chronic illnesses, fibromyalgia, chronic mono, genetic blood disorder, as well as Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. They said that I would be in a wheelchair within a couple of years, and this was in my mid-30s. And after doing all the traditional Western approaches and listening to doctors and really not getting where and even trying naturopaths and stuff, I was able to heal myself in 3 weeks. Really by changing my mind and energy, and I didn't even really recognize how I did it. Really, I mean, I knew that I changed my mind, I changed what I was surrounding myself with, really. I started paying attention to my thoughts. I'd seen the movie The Secret, and it really just showed me that I was really becoming my illnesses, and instead of having that hope and faith and gratitude, I really moved into feeling sad because I was sick, really waking up every day and reaffirming my pain. So I had said I was just going to stop seeing doctors for a little while. I had nothing like eminent that I needed to see them for. It was always more tests and more diagnoses. So I stopped seeing doctors, really changed my mindset, healed myself in 3 weeks, and then after that kind of wanted to shout it from the rooftops. And that led to me becoming a blogger and finding out more information about all kinds of natural healing. And in the last 12 years, I've become an intuitive healer. I've learned a lot about the mind-body connection. I've worked with a lot of people on feeling energy, changing their own energy so that they can heal whatever it is in their life. Sometimes it's not chronic illness, it can be relationships, it can be that they need a new job or they want something different in their life, but really giving people tools, really easy tools, I believe it's easy and fast tools, to tap into their highest potential so that they can learn how to live their best life. So that's what my book is all about, Short Paths to Change, 30 Ways to Transform Your Life. Very short chapters. At the end of each chapter is a very easy exercise, and on my website I have tons of free tools for people. I really do believe in just helping people kind of get out of their own way. A lot of time where we become trapped in our own story and our own negativity. So I really give people tools to just get past that, to really get to that love that we all have inside and that potential.
Well, that's beautiful, and that's what we all need. We need to be able to release certain toxins and certain poisons and certain things in our life in order to be able to grow. And sometimes when you just want to be and stay stagnant, then you wonder why you're not able to grow, because this is what you choose. And it's a blessing to have someone such as you that takes the time out not only to know themselves, but to be able to help others without having to go to a doctor. And being that you said, that you decided to not be bothered with doctors anymore, that's something I do understand. And we all, are not licensed or certified to do certain things, but you come as a friend and you come in peace, in a peaceful manner, to help people, naturally. And a lot of people don't have patience or time to even want to go into the realm that you're going. So I commend you for that and everything that you've done, given your circumstances.
Thank you so much. Yes, and you really hit the nail on the head. I mean, we become very, even though we're uncomfortable in our comfort zone, we feel very stuck there, so really it is about giving those little tools. I like giving people those tools that give that aha moment, and forgiveness is a big one, to kind of move forward. Self-forgiveness, looking inward and getting quiet so we can hear those stories that we're running and what we're telling ourselves, and only then can we begin to change it. And when we begin to change our thoughts and emotions, our world around us has no choice but to change.
Exactly, because you have to change your perception, and then everything else will be opened up to you. You'll be seeing things in a different light, and that's what we need, especially in this day and age. So, with that being said, again, I want to thank you for giving the station and giving us a call here in the King and Queen Radio Show. Can you tell me a bit about your social media and what you may have for our audience?
Sure. If they go to my website, JennyMannion.com, JennyMannion.com. There are lots of free gifts. I give the first chapter of my book away, a free guided energy meditation, a chakra ebook, as well as a 10-minute consult with me or a 20-minute consult if they buy my book. So I really do believe in giving a lot of tools out. They can reach me on Facebook, Jenny Mannion Author. So they can reach me all over the place. I'm on social media all over the place as Jenny Mannion, on Twitter as well.
Yes, great. Again, thank you so much for calling in, and anything that you have in the future, I would love it if you can come back and engage our audience, please.
Thank you so much.
No problem, thank you, and I believe the owner would like to say a few words before we depart.
Yes,
Wonderful.
Yes, Jenny, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Well, I'm fine, and I'm listening to you, and I think I'm ready to go there and get some of these pains out of my legs. Yes, darling, it's very good that you're helping people and reaching out to people, and it was very I love the way you talk to the audience and you know how to make the audience feel good. And I think a lot of people gonna be calling you, and we would love to have you on the show in person one day if possible, because a lot of people gonna call here after that looking for you. And it's been a great experience listening to you and a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you, Sister Dobong. Yes, and I'm originally from New York City, so I'd love to make it back.
Well, when you come, you know you can come right here to the studio, okay?
Thank you so much.
And have a good evening.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Jennifer. Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye-bye.
All right, we're going to take you back
This
to
is
some
Jenny
music.
Mannion, intuitive healer and author with you on Kings and Queens Radio, 93.5 FM, Brooklyn Station, and Sister Dobong.
And praise God. I am saying this because I came to Sister Dobong, and I have known her for many years. When I first came to her, I was having a lot of heartaches, headaches, financial problems, and Sister Dobong prayed with me, and she has blessed me. She has helped me come a very long ways, and I thank God for her. And her spiritual work is one of the best that I've known. Thank you.
Yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening and watching to the King and Queen Radio Show on BrooklynStation.com, KingandQueenRadio.com, as well as SisterDobong.com. We can be seen on livestream.com/KandQ Radio, YouTube.com, King and Queen Radio, Twitch, King and Queen Radio FM, and also Periscope, Brooklyn Station. So stay tuned. You're listening to WVIP 93.5 FM. Don't move. And also up next, we have a beautiful young lady. She's an author of her own book called Zoe Bell.
Okay, Anne Marie. So tell us about the weekend and little things going on that the audience can know what's going on in New York City. Did you watch the Academy Award last night?
No, I missed it.
Oh my goodness, how are you going to miss something like that?
Tired.
Well, you know, our people of color is, at least we're showing some recognition, which I think the film should have been number one. Now, I don't understand with all the awards and stuff, but at least we're getting people of color a little bit in there, even though the audience is predominant white. I don't think they had no more than 30 people black in that whole academy, in the whole situation. Oh, so we got it finally fixed here. So you didn't watch it at all, did you?
No, but I was listening to it this morning on the news, some of it.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that another time because we got a great show tonight, and we got a star in the house, and I'm waiting on DJ Gold Star. She's gonna do the interviewing. Okay. So DJ gonna give us some music in the meantime while we set up here and get the cameras and everything lit up right, because we got everything going good. All right, music, suavecito.
Reggae in the bathroom, reggae in the bedroom, reggae everywhere. Reggae in jail, reggae in church, everybody likes it. They tried, we learned many years ago. Killing the prophets, oh reggae, destroying the prophets, oh reggae. I'm somebody. Nobody can stop reggae.
folks out there, you're listening to the King and Queen Radio, BrooklynStation.com, WVIP 93.5 FM. And I think we're going in Trinidad right now. Lady Gold Star, you're going to take this interview, and where it's coming from?
Right now, we're on live with Dr. Glenville Ashby, PhD. He's an emotional intelligence thought leader, life coach, Gong Kwai Sifu, please forgive my mispronunciation, award-winning author, journalist, syndicated newspaper columnist, wellness consultant, lecturer, and one of the millennium's leading spiritual masters.
Oh, beautiful. All right, we're going to take that caller now. And Lady Gold Star, you do the interview.
Thank you. Doctor, are you there? Doctor? Doctor, are you there? Doctor, are you there? Hi, were you able to hear me? Okay, you can hear me? Doctor, can you hear me? Doctor?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, doctor? Doctor, can you hear me now?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me, doctor? Dr. Ashby, can you hear me? Are you able to hear me, sir? Yes, we've been live on the air and I'm doing well.
Okay.
Oh, I wish you would say something.
Okay.
Because we're live.
I just was hearing you. I just say that.
Okay, no problem, because we're live on the air right now. So can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi, good evening. Thank you very much for calling King and Queen Radio Show with your host, Rena Phelan, aka Sister Dobong, and her co-host, Anne Marie. Again, this is Glenville Dr. Ashby, PhD. He is an emotional intelligence thought leader, life coach, Gong Kwai, award-winning author, journalist, syndicated newspaper columnist, wellness consultant, lecturer, and one of the millennium's leading spiritual masters. Thank you so much for holding, and it is a pleasure to speak with you. Can you give a little bit of our audience a little bit about your background and your history, especially within the colleges that you went to?
Sure. Hi, how are you? It's nice to be here. My name is Glenville Ashby. I was born in Trinidad and Tobago, in the Caribbean. I migrated to the U.S. some 30 years ago. I was schooled in Trinidad. I did my undergraduate degree at the University of the West Indies. Came to America, I think in 1989, I believe, as a teacher. Taught here for several years, and I moved on to do my advanced journalism degree in England and in London School of Journalism. Then I proceeded to do my postgraduate degrees in diplomacy and international relations, and a master's and a doctoral degree in cultural diplomacy. During that time, of course, in addition to my metaphysical or my spiritual pursuits, I studied in Rome, also Switzerland, and several other countries where I harnessed my understanding of spirit, so to speak, our relation to the cosmos. So I've written extensively in that area as a journalist or a columnist, and I've written extensively for Caribbean journals and Caribbean periodicals and newspapers, and also for Oxford University Philosophy Review. So that's that in a nutshell, I would say. If you wish for me to continue, I think that's kind of a synopsis.
That's okay. I do appreciate your candor. I wanted to ask you, what made you go into I hope I've been saying it correctly. Qigong or quite, I can never.
Oh, Qigong. Well,
Qigong, yes.
Yeah, Qigong. Well, in Trinidad, I've always been interested in spirituality. When I say spirituality, our relationship to the cosmos, I think that we are more than just a body and a mind. I believe that consciousness is very expansive, and it is something that we don't fully understand. So my time in Trinidad as a young man, as early as 16 years old, I started my spiritual pursuits after my mother passed away. And I continued that in my indulgence in African traditional religions, which I think really opened the door for me in the Caribbean. And when I came here, I started work in, or studies in metaphysics and esoteric philosophy. Qigong was just another of my pursuits. I believe that every culture has its ways, its prism through which it sees God and our relationship to the world, to the realm of spirit. Africans have their own particular way. I studied Hinduism for a long while. In fact, for 2 years I trained as a priest. Trinidad being a very plural society, it's very rich spiritually. And when I came here, I started delving into Eastern philosophies. And of course, once one delves into Eastern religions, one has to embrace, if not embrace, but at least explore Taoism. And of course, Qigong is, Qigong has always been there. It's just a market. It's called working with energy. And that was my interest in Qigong. It's from its Chinese, working with energy from the Chinese perspective. But again, each country has its own way of doing that. It isn't unique. It is maybe unique to the Chinese, but there's a common thread in all these religious expressions.
Yes.
So when I came here, I pursued Taoism and put a study into our relationship to the cosmos through the Chinese prism, and that was my interest, and that was maybe like 8-9 years ago.
Wow. Well, you know what? God bless you. I'm very happy that you called, and I do see that you do have 2 books that was written.
Hello?
Yes. Can you
Hello?
hear me?
Yeah, I was losing you a bit.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I do
Sure.
understand, thank you, that you have 2 books written previously. The Anankara, Your Soul Friend and Bridge to Enlightenment and Creativity. And then that also received a recipient of the Literary Titan Gold Book Awards. And then you also had a book, In Search of Truth, A Course in Spiritual Psychology. What other books do you have coming out at this time?
Well, I have the Qigong, the Qigong book. Do you have a copy of that?
That I do have, but I have it via just
Right.
a little bit, especially from YouTube.
Right. Those are the 3 books. There's In Search of Truth, of course, in Spiritual Psychology, Anankara, Bridge to Enlightenment and Creativity, and Qigong Handbook for Good Health. That's 3. Prior to that, I wrote The Believer, which I still think is one of the most, my most ambitious projects. That's called The Believer, The Hidden World of West Indian Spiritualism in New York.
Wow.
That was really a fascinating journey. Very anecdotal, and was really a fascinating journey into different ways in which we as people in the diaspora, how we deal with day-to-day issues and challenges, and how we employ spirit and spiritism and spirituality. So it covers a lot of voodoo and Orisha and Santeria and magic.
Yes.
So to speak. That happens right here in the night,
Yes.
in the darkness and the cover of Brooklyn and other parts of New York. So that was The Believer. I'm working on, I would say, my signature work right now. Sometime at the end of the year, I'm hoping it will be out. I just came back from Africa, I'm will be there again next month, that's Benin in Africa, West Africa, which is a fascinating country, a country of only 10 million people, so I started some work to there. More in the area of psychology, psychodynamics, and in keeping with my studies now in psychotherapy, was a fascinating thing, especially a fascinating work, especially for the African on the continent and in the diaspora. So you know, it's not really, I would say, straight spirituality, but more a cultural and psychosocial undertaking or investigation, and how we as a people can heal. And I think we can't divorce culture from spirituality. We can't divorce anything from spirituality, and how we heal as a people culturally and socially will determine how well we pursue or how much we get out of the spiritual world.
Yes, you know what, Dr. Ashby? I do agree with you, and we have to get ready to go to commercial break. But
Sure.
I know that you have a workshop going on. So can you talk a little bit about the workshop and then as well as your social media?
What's up?
February 2000. Oh, that was last year. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you just tell us about anything that you have upcoming, including your book and your social media?
No, I think, I have a Qigong workshop. That will be taking place in Trinidad on the 29th of June this year.
Wow, it's a good thing I said that.
Yeah.
Okay. And where can anybody find you?
Jamaica at the same time, around the same time.
Beautiful. And where can people find you via social media, especially if they're interested in going to the workshop that you're going to be having in June of this year?
I can give up my email, because I can give more details on the kind of workshop we are having this year. It's an annual workshop that I have.
Okay, you can give out your email address.
Sure. Yes, it's Glenville Ashby, and that's GLENVILLE @gmail.com. Glenville Ashby, ASHBY @gmail.com. For more information on the upcoming workshop in Trinidad and Jamaica. And of course, we never know. I may have a workshop here.
You know what? I would appreciate it, because anything that you do in the future, the station here wants to be a part of it, because primarily King and Queen Radio is based on Caribbean. So I would love to have you on the show, but before I let you go, I want you to have a few words with the owner.
Yes. Yes, good night. How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Well, it's a pleasure listening to you, and I understand are you a spiritual?
I'm sorry, but can you, I'm not hearing you really clearly.
Okay, do you hear me now?
There's an echo, so I'm screaming.
Oh, maybe it's an echo. Okay, what I was saying to you, you're a spiritual leader, is that correct?
I'm sorry?
A spiritual leader.
Yes, I am.
Oh, great. So fantastic. Do you visit in Brooklyn a lot of ceremonies?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Now, which of the ceremonies you recommend are very strong? The Haitians, the Africans, or the Puerto Ricans?
Is that a question with Haitian, African, and Puerto Rican?
Yes. Which of those groups you feel is really genuine 100%?
Well, that's a great. Are we on air, or this is just private?
Yes, we're live on air.
Oh, we are live on air. Okay. I would hate to make a definitive statement on any one group. Break it down in terms of Puerto Rican or Haitian. I look at the individual.
Okay.
It's very important for the person to be from Iceland, Timbuktu, or Trinidad, or Haiti. I think, look, two things. It's the individual, and of course, it's the how authentic. I mean, maybe that's the question which practice?
Yes, authentic. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are going to a lot of places.
Right.
And because I've been in that field for years and years, and I'm from the top of Santeria. And I know for a fact there's a lot of leaders misleading the people, and it's for financial gain, and the people never learning anything. So that's the reason I asked you which of the ones that you find is genuine, because you said you was with the Indians as well, and I noticed a lot of the Indians and the Hindu are deceiving the black people and the black American people. I even worked with them to find out how they was doing, and a lot of them is just make-believe. So I just wanted to know, did you find any genuine groups that you could recommend to people that they can get out of the foolishness?
Yeah, okay, all right. Let me put it this way. I agree with you 100%. This is a problem that continues to plague our community. There are cases, and many cases of individuals going to Africa in particular and actually buying titles and returning to the diaspora with a title and that ability to continue to exploit individuals.
Yes, exactly.
I've had calls from individuals asking for initiations and could I recommend anyone? And I refuse to do that because I cannot endorse. I do not know the heart of men. I try not to endorse individuals. I can recommend, there's an individual I met, that I believe I know she's very genuine based on the amount of work she has put in this detailed work of books, her dedication. And I can vouch for an individual. And I have the name of that person, of course. I could also vouch for my spiritual teacher, who I've seen and who I've worked with and lived with and who has empowered me. So for me to endorse anyone, I must have that very intimate, dynamical relationship. But to say that this one group or that one group, I think that will be that'll be outside of my scope, really. I just don't want to do that. But we have to be very cautious. We have to be very discerning, and it's something that you have to tread very, very slowly in life before you indulge head on into initiations. If a caller wants to talk to me about someone that I know of in Brooklyn or in New York, I can give that person that information with once I clear it with that person I have in mind. I cannot, I don't think that.
Okay, well, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. And I think you're a very brilliant man, and I feel you went through a whole lot to learn what you had to learn, and you should use it at good use and write good books. Okay? Okay, so I endorse you to write a good book for the public. Okay, dear?
Sure. So you have my email. Why don't you please email me?
Okay, dear.
So we can have
I would like for you to come live on the show because I want to tackle one-on-one on you with the.
I would love that.
Okay, dear. Thank you very much. I have to move forward.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Ashby. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the King and Queen Radio, BrooklynStation.com, SisterDobong.com. If you having troubles in your life and no one to turn to, you can always turn to Sister Dobong. No matter where you go, seek and find, you will come knocking at Sister Dobong's door. Call Sister Dobong in the morning, be happy in the evening. 718-253-7273. All right, I got a beautiful lady in the house, and we're going to have some time with her and give her a good interview. So, all right, get ready, lady, and I'm going to step out the chair, and I'm going to let you sit here in the chair. golden star and give the interview.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Excuse me, ladies.
We only have a few minutes. What's the time? 4:50, right? 10:50?
I'm not getting that.
Okay. How long is this song? How long is this song? I have a Suave, suave, suave. You have Anne Marie over here dancing. You need to stop the music for a second, please. All right. Good evening, good morning, good night. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to King and Queen Radio, BrooklynStation.com, WVIP 93.5 FM. Here I have co-host Anne Marie, and then all the way over to the other side, the beautiful blonde-haired young lady, is Zoe Bell.
Hello.
She has several books. One of them is called Adjust My Soul. Hopefully you, ladies and gentlemen, are able to see that. And then also, this is another book, and I'm not going to insult the name. I kind of did some research on the name, but there were several definitions. So we're going to just have a little brief, quick interview with her, have a station break, and then come right back. So, Miss Zoe Bell, thank you so much for coming on to the King and Queen Radio Show, WVIP 93.5 FM. We're being seen worldwide by live stream, Twitter, Twitch, Periscope, you name it, we have it, including YouTube. Thank you so much for coming. What made you decide to write 2 books? Because when I did my reading, they were somewhat similar, and it seems like one is a diary and then one is a dialogue between yourself and a stranger. What is the concept of both of them into one?
So the first book, Adjust My Soul,
Mm-hmm.
is a book about preparation to repent and preparation before marriage. It's an all-purpose book on marriage, love, and dating. And it's just my beliefs on it, my perspectives on the dating life. And then the second book, which is Me Nous Chez Nous, it is in Japanese and French, which means Before We Die. It is a romantic novel. Yes.
So we're a romantic. What made you write a romantic novel? And I understand you would be Greenlee, but who's the other person? Is it Liam?
Yes.
Liam, is that, I hate to say it, a fictional character, or is that actually someone that's a real person? You just had to
Both
do.
characters are fictional.
Okay, so there's no real persons.
No.
Okay. What made you? To me, this book, Adjust My Soul, is like your diary. Even though it does have a couple of questions, or a lot of questions that we like to ask ourselves. Was this based on your personal experience and relationships along with marriage? So you're currently married at this time? I don't know
I
if
have
it's true.
never been married, but
Okay.
a lot of it is
You heard that, gentlemen? She's single. Just in case
Yes.
anybody wants to know that. My phone, the phone. Yes. So, yes.
So no, I have never been married, but I have been preparing for it for the last 3-4 years.
Mhm.
And I wanted people to know that there's life within love. I don't believe people believe in love anymore.
Yes.
And I'm just trying to bring that feel back, that warmth back to love. There's love without disrespect. There's
Mhm.
love without hardships. And that's what I want to teach people with these 2 books.
Well, I'm glad that you actually wrote these books, because it's just, relationships are not the same. I'm just in love with you for that little one night stand, for that heat of the moment, but at the end of the day, goodbye, I gotta go to work, next person, you know?
Right.
There's no substance, there's no value left anymore.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
So, with the other book, if this is just a conversation that took place, this book itself is based on God. Finding yourself and finding God.
Wow.
No, thank you. I mean, please explain a little bit to me.
I wanted to teach people that you can have love and be in a marriage relationship without disrespecting each other. I notice when people are together for years, they don't know how to speak to each other anymore. And so that's why in the book, I wanted to focus on their conversation, their discussion. They got to know each other. They understood each other. A lot of times after we conversate, we walk away still not understanding the person because we did not listen. So this is what this book is about. It teaches you how to have a listening ear and to actually get the feel of how your partner feels.
You know what? I have a brilliant idea. What time is it, Suave? 10:54? Okay, we still have time. I have a brilliant idea, but I'm going to keep that for later on in the show because I know that you do have some time. I'm going to keep it hostage until midnight.
I'm enjoying this. Thank you.
Don't say that. We're on live FM radio. Don't say that. Anyway, and I'm sorry, Anne Marie. How do you feel about Adjust My Soul and May Nu Shuni?
May Nu Shanu.
May Nu Shanu. How do you feel based on what she's discussed so far? What are your opinions?
Well, she's right because, you know, people...
Is your mic on? Okay, it is. You have to talk into it, please.
Yeah. People... I don't think we believe in love anymore. Most people, you know, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong, but, like, we don't believe in love anymore, one. And also, the marriage thing, where it's like, when a couple... you know, they're together like for a very long time. I do believe they lose respect for each other. Yes. I don't know, it's just like something is lacking, like, you know, I don't know.
It's just like you're there, I'm here, yeah, whatever, make my breakfast, make my coffee, get my stuff ready, let me go to work. It's just, it's a never ending story of the same BS. And this is something that you decided to marry into. So my thing is,
right.
If a person decides to marry into something, what is the purpose of the marriage really for? When we're young, yes, I love you, you love me, we're gonna have a house with a picket white fence, if that still exists, and the dogs and the 10 kids and this is that and the third, but then afterwards, when you actually see and look at that person, for me, all it takes is just one good look. And I can just tell, you're not the one for me. There's always that infatuation, there's always that lust, there's always that passion because you're looking on the outside. But the inside is what turns your inside like, I don't want to be bothered. And then of course that's where feelings come in because that's where hatred and anger comes in. And it's just a nasty pot of cheese and chocolate and gummy bears and all types of stuff. That was a nasty concoction, I mean, but that's what it is in reality.
Yes. As I always say, see me is one and come and live with me is another. So, you know, you put like good face in the beginning and then when you get to know the person, you start living with the person and you get to know like the ins and outs of the person. You find that, you know, sometimes you find that the person is not what you really thought a person would be or...
But why would you even, I mean, no matter how old people are, they have to be at least, I would say, within their 30s plus. I'm not looking at the youngins. That's another story. What would possess a person or persons to decide to live together and you know y'all ain't gonna get married? What is in it for each other? I'm sorry, maybe I'm talking just a little bit too much. We're at 10:57. We're getting ready to go on station break. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching livestream.com/KNQ Radio, YouTube.com King and Queen Radio, KingandQueenRadio.com, BrooklynStation.com, and of course SisterDobong.com. WVIP 93.5 FM. We're going to take a station break and we'll be right back with this conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all staying and paying attention because it's about to get heavy up in here. Suave, play that music.
Don't give up. I see 7 people on my list is suffering right
That's
now.
so beautiful.
And I feel you're having troubles in your life. And some are close to me and some are long distance. I'm not going to give your last name because I don't want to embarrass you. But when I say your name, you're going to feel a vibration go through you. And you're going to know Sister Dobong is talking to you. I see a Marilyn. I see a Eddie.
What language?
I see a John. I see a Anthony. I see a Marcia. I see a Sally. I see a Judy.
You're welcome.
And I also see one more person here. I see a Michael. Now, if I repeat some of these names, that's because more than one person listening right now. The vibration is going out to you now, and I want to help you get your life back together. Give me a call, Sister Dobong, 718-253-7273.
These are the times when we should open our eyes, start to realize it's getting closer, so we should get closer to the one, closer to him. In a time like now, when the world needs prayer, call on him and lift him higher. Look what's going on around us, yeah. Make a change in yourself for the better. Let's hold hands, we can do this together. We should all call on the one above, the one that's made us a champion. He's the world's greatest, no other compares to him. It's a blessing, and I know that he will save us. Don't be afraid, it will only make you stronger. And I know that he'll be here forever, just as long as you believe in him. And the days will be longer. In a time like now, when the world needs prayer, call on him and lift him higher. Look what's going on around us, yeah. Make a change in yourself for the better. Let's hold hands, we can do this together. We should all call on the one, 'cause this is more than a worldwide crisis. If you're ready, then we can survive this. How I long for you to relax this. I'm afraid it's the world, 'cause if I'm afraid, then you'll play. I walk with you, cha-cha, deep down in my soul, me. Always hold my hand in a cha-cha, never let me go. I still I walk with the Savior, each and everywhere that I go. Still not left out the Most High, I not left out the Most High. I still I walk with the Savior, each and everywhere that I go. Still not left King Tafari, I not left out the Most High. Here's my hand out, Jah. Would you walk with me? I'm alone, no Jah. Could you talk with me? Yes, you are the reason I'm in the market. And you give me peace, that me heart. Rich and have three bodyguard and some big bad dog in my heart. And I still a walk with the Savior, each and everywhere that I go. Still not left out the Most High.
Let's go. I carry you, cha-cha, deep down in my soul. Always hold my hand in a cha-cha, never let me go. I walk with you, cha-cha, deep down in my soul. Always hold my hand in a cha-cha, never let me go. I still walk with the Savior, each and everywhere that I go. Still not left out the Most High, I not left out the Most High. I still I walk with the Savior, each and everywhere that I go. Still not left King Tafari, I not left out the Most High. Here's my hand out, Jah. Could you walk with me? I'm alone, no Jah. Could you talk with me? Yes, you are the reason I'm in the market. And you give me peace, that me heart. Rich and have three bodyguard and some big bad dog in my heart. And I still a walk with the Savior, each and everywhere that I go. Still not left out the Most High, I not left out the Most High. I still a walk with the
has arrived back in the station. You are listening to King and Queen Radio, BrooklynStation.com, WVIP 93.5 FM, as well as livestream.com and KingandQueenRadio.com. We have before us Zoe Bell, the author of Adjust My Soul, and May She Knew. I said that right. So, before I hand the mic back over to the Queen herself, I'm going to leave with this question. You have to let the model hold the book here. The last question I left off with was, what possesses people to live with each other and y'all know you ain't going to get married? Please. That's it. I'm done. I would like to speak to you after the show.
I want to say good morning to everybody that's listening to such a great show. And we have a great author here in the station with us, Mrs. Zoe Bell. And I tell you, it's a pleasure having her here. Just listening to her is very, it's inspirational, and you feel good. And I know when you read the book, she's doing something that preachers need to be doing in the church. Instead of collecting all that money, they need to be preaching love.
Yes.
Love needs to be back in the life of human beings. Without love, church don't mean nothing. You know, you're going there, you're hearing about the Lord, but you're not hearing about what the Lord wanted people to do. Love thy neighbors, love thyself, and love others. And she has a book out, and I call it her own personal Bible. So Mrs. Zoe Bell, I'm very proud of you because you're very spiritual and very inspirational, and don't give up on it. You understand? Because people need to be touched. Their hearts need to know what love is once again. And I feel you got it. And I feel your book gonna touch a lot of hearts, because there's a lot of women and people do want to love again. It's in your heart to love. But it's with the money situation that money is the devil, and it says here on the money which they're taking out, in God we trust. But now in God we trust, we hope it's our God of love, because there's another God that's controlling that money. It ain't the God of love. And we need to take that off. And if you take that in God, then we'll know what God it is until you get the real God of love and put the God of love on the money. They need a heart on that money. That's what they need on there, because love comes from the heart. So Mrs. Zoe Bell, I want to ask you something. You're very inspirational. What touched you to want to touch other people?
Well, many people, I realize many people can't go without my advice. So many people look to me to decide on everything they can do in life. And I'm like, okay. It started to become overwhelming. And I went on a fast for 7 days, and the Holy Spirit spoke to me and said, you know what? Stop speaking and begin to write.
Oh, yes. So, because people won't listen. They listen, but they're not listening. It goes out one ear, and you understand? They don't hear. But when you put it down in stone, and you put it down in word, it stays in them. Even they'll look at it, but they're going to turn back and look at it again, and it's there, registered. So you keep on writing, girl. Sometimes you'll get that block, and people try to block you. You know, I was writing such beautiful love things for people and this and that. And did you know I had my enemies that worked with me was so jealous of my writing, they made sure everything disappeared.
Wow.
But they don't know when God is ready again, I'm going to bring it all back.
That's right.
You understand? Because sometimes reach our people through poetry. So you got to learn sometime to put it in poetry. Just write the poetry to them, and you'll be surprised how they'll take on to it.
Well, let me encourage you. The book Adjust My Soul, I lost that book 3 times. And every time I went back to the 99-cent store and bought 2 composition notebooks, and I began to write it in both books, and I never lost it.
Amen. Amen. You feel real good and spiritual, don't you?
Thank you.
When you can touch other people's heart and real.
Yes.
And you got a lot of liars now.
Amen.
You know, they can come on you and play like they love you, and they can play your game, and at the same time they're digging to see what you got. See, and sometimes they're out there just to pull you down, but you got to know when to pull up and say, I know what you're doing. I'm going to play your game too. Because at the end, I'm going to conquer you. You understand? Don't run from them, because they're always coming. And you stay strong. So now let me let you talk a little bit, because I talked a little too much. Tell us a little bit what's going on, girl, and give us something. I'm ready.
Well, I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and my grandfather was my pastor for many years. I was born into a Pentecostal holiness church.
Amen.
And in 2012, he passed away. And I had to learn to stand on my own prayer and on my own beliefs with God. And I became closer to God through first celibacy.
Yes.
I left my 5-year relationship without a doubt, without reasoning.
You just wanted to give it up. Sometimes the Spirit will tell you, leave that person alone. And even if you love them, you'll say, leave them alone. Because God got better plans for you. And during that celibacy, you notice how the Spirit just lives in you and the Holy Ghost just can come through you and can't nobody fool you.
Yes, and instantly I gained my strength.
Yes, you can. Oh, yes.
Through celibacy.
I know it too well.
I encourage you all to just take a break.
Take a break. There you go. There you go. But the devil can come with them strong desires at you now.
Amen.
He can come in all kind of corners and ways. But you got to cut it loose.
Yes.
Cut it loose.
I actually pray for subjection over my flesh. So pray to control your flesh. You are in control. Pray that the Spirit overpowers. Amen.
Amen.
It's not like the Spirit, man.
Yes. And the Spirit is good, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
It can take care of you when nobody else, when you're down and out and you think you can't make it, the Spirit is there for you.
Amen.
And you continue doing your work, girl. So tell us a little bit about Meno Shunu. I'm saying it wrong now. You got to teach me now. Meno Shunu.
Menu Shanu.
Menu Shanu. Now tell us about Menu Shanu.
Menu Shanu is a book, it's a romantic novel, and it takes place in Greece. And it's about a young lady named Greenlee who decides to just take herself out to a restaurant. She just happens to meet a single man named Liam. And he also just walks into a restaurant, and they spend 24 hours in a restaurant, getting to know each other, and decides that they will go off to Greece right then and there.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Oh, yes.
This is fairy tale I love.
Oh, yes.
And you think I could go to the restaurant and meet me somebody? I forget about celibacy. I'm going to commit sin.
I mean, nothing's impossible, especially if you go alone. I know many people, they don't.
Afraid to go alone.
They're afraid.
You're really
stuck.
afraid. Yes,
at a
and you get stuck.
Yes,
and you just stay stuck.
Many
There's
people
so many
are-
women in the house is beautiful, and they suffering.
They're even too afraid to relocate.
And you think you got to have somebody with you. It's like a girlfriend of mine the other day. I can't find no guy. I can't find nobody to go out with me. I can't find no one. I'm saying, honey, get out.
Ooh.
Get out. You don't have to
Yes.
wait on friends because they're not for you.
Right.
They see you got a good job, you doing good. People dismiss you when they see you doing good.
Yes.
They only want to tag on with you when they can hustle you.
Amen.
And you there to hustle to help them. But when you on your own and you independently and you're a woman and you trying to make it, everybody disappear on you. If they can't get the money out you, they're gone.
Yes.
So tell them what to do. Go on with your story, girl.
If you know if these things have happened to you, you have been used, you have been hurt, you have been abused, I encourage you to give God a chance. I encourage you to take a break from sex. I don't care what the movies are saying. I don't care what you see on TV. I don't care what the rap songs are saying. Take a break and get back to you.
And that spiritual energy will flow through you. And nobody can fool you.
That's right.
You understand? You'll be surprised how you can just channel God. And He's just there waiting. And the Spirit, and a person think they fool. And you know the devil come in all kind of forms to try to take you out of what you into. So you got to be strong enough to know, you ain't getting me back there. And that person that you abandoned will come all kind of ways to talk sweet to you and try to get back in your life just to pull you back down. And did you explain to people how to get out of situations like that?
Yes, if you are going through a domestic violence situation, I encourage you, you can always run to a shelter. There's always an escape. Whatever problem you have, there's always an escape. There's always a bridge, and that bridge is God. Amen. I encourage you guys to go back to church. I encourage you guys to get back on your knees and pray. It's never too late.
Now, the only thing with the church, now, help me out with a little bit with church, because now I see the churches with mini skirts and dresses where they ain't wearing no underwears no more. These women are ridiculous. what church do you recommend that still hold the old-fashioned ways? I mean, well, I don't know if you're West Indian or Southern, but I'm going to say that down south sanctified.
Yes,
You know, where you have to
yes.
have them clothes down to your ankles. You understand?
Well, right now I am attending Hezekiah Walker Church, Bishop Hezekiah Walker.
Oh, he's very good. I
he's
listen
really
to his
good.
sermons.
It's called the Kingdom Church, so
Oh,
we encourage
God.
you guys to come out.
Oh, it must be beautiful because I listen to him. And he really, he be on the internet.
Yes.
And I listen to him, and when he talk, his word is moving and powerful.
Yes.
Yes, he's really, great. I really recommend him. So he got a church as well?
Yes.
Wow.
In Brooklyn, yes.
In Brooklyn? And where is that church?
464 Liberty Avenue.
Liberty. That's over in East New York?
Yes.
Okay. That's that big church on the corner, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I remember when they put that church there. I keep up with, I'm with the pastors too, you know, I'm a legal minister, so don't think I don't know, I know. So tell us, do you preach? Because you got it in you.
I do not preach, but I know my calling is a prayer warrior. I am a prayer warrior.
You're a prayer warrior.
Yes, I am.
Have you ever healed any people or tried to change their lives?
I have prayed for people who were dying and they're still alive today.
Oh, amen.
And I never touched
Amen.
them.
That may be your calling right
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh Lord, you got to get in the hospitals and get in there and touch some of those people.
Yes.
You know, because God works in many mysterious ways.
Yes.
Just like He used me another way to turn people to God, and I work all kind of ways, He using you in another way. Because you know, I am a follower of God.
Amen.
You understand?
Amen.
All right now, so we're going to get it. Now, let's talk a little bit about Christ. Now, we know that there's no color. Okay, do you look at color or do you look at the spirit when you say Christ, or do you look at it all in one?
I don't worry what color he is.
But do you believe in Christ?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so now how do you separate God from Christ? Do you believe he was the Son of God, or do you believe the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit?
Right, I believe the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and I do believe Jesus was the Son of God, yes.
Okay, so now when you say the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, people, I know you out there and all you's been taught the white Christ. We don't talk white Christ no more because we all know in slavery that's all we could see to survive, and we know it's the Holy Spirit. I'm pretty sure them Africans wasn't worshiping no white Christ. In their mind, he was black. So a lot of people go against it because they say Christ is not real and he was made up, and you know, and the Bible. How do you deal with people when they come to you and try to fight you down in your faith?
This is actually funny. I was just having a little dispute about it in my own home with some family members. But then I stopped myself because I don't argue. And I don't argue about Christ.
Okay.
You know, he gives you your own free will. So do I.
Okay,
Amen.
that's an amen. You close that sucker off. You ain't going there. Because if you do, them devils will make you lose your faith. You can't win that. So you close it down like my girlfriend say, you know what? Christ say, dust it off your feet and move forward.
Amen.
You know, you dust it off and just walk. Just say, okay, you stay there. I'll see you later. Because you ain't going to change my faith.
That's right.
Okay? And bring me back where you at.
Yes.
Because it's designed to do what you believe in. People will go out of their way to knock you down.
Yes,
Well, continue that prayer warrior and continue that fight in life, and you going somewhere. How could the people reach you and get these lovely books?
They can get my lovely books, Adjust My Sewing and Made New Chanel on Amazon.com. You just go to Amazon.com and type in Zoe Bell. That's ZOEIEBELL.
And that's called Adjust My Soul. Okay, folks out there, Adjust My Soul, and that's Zoe, Z-O-E-I-E Bell. I know you have a problem with Haitians with that word Zoe, don't you?
No.
Because you know they use that word Zoe a lot. Zoe,
Oh, yeah?
Yes, that word Zoe is a Haitian big word. I forget what it means. DJ, what the word Zoe mean, because in Haiti, that's a big word, Zoe. Most of all of them use that word Zoe. Go look that up for us, okay, Zoe, because it's a big word. You never thought of that.
No, I know the meaning of my name means the life of God, or like a God.
The life of God.
Amen.
Zoe is the angelicalized variant of the word Zoe, which is Haitian Creole to mean bone, whose members were known to be hard to the bone. Bad to the bone.
That's why when they say Zoe, they kind of get scared there, because that's like a warrior name.
Wow.
And they all use it, so be aware of that when you use the word Zoe. I just, you find out something new every day with Sister Dobong.
Amen.
Okay, May knows she knew. Am I saying it right?
May knew, she knew.
Okay, how did you get that name? It sounds like Japan.
Well, yeah, whenever I write books, I use my own beliefs, but I also do research. I don't just go into writing and just writing anything. I research. I wanted to name it Before We Die, but I thought it was plain that way.
Well, I don't want to tell people much about it. Folks, it's spelled M-A-E, May, New, N-O-U-S. It sounds like Latin. Shinu, and I know that sounds Japan. S-H-I-N-U. May Nu Shinu. You must go and get this book, and you must read it, because we need some fairy tale of truth in our life, and this is fairy tale of truth. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, folks, there's hope out there, and there's love out there, and we want to thank Zoe for coming in with us and sharing the experience of love. Okay, Anne-Marie, ask us some questions, my host.
Okay, I was just wondering why you thought of Greece?
Well, I just recently moved back from California to Brooklyn, and it was very hard to write a romantic love story in Brooklyn, looking at my scenery. So I Googled some pictures of Greece, and I just chose it because it's so beautiful. It's
Ain't it beautiful?
Right? People go there for romantic vacations.
Oh.
And
have you ever been there?
I've never been there.
Well, Greek have a great story, and it happened where there was a whole big city went down, and the wisest people in the world and mathematics and stuff come from there. Not many people know of that island that went down in Greece. It was a beautiful place.
Wow.
So Greece is very rich in culture, and it's a very lovely place. I'm hoping to go there one day myself.
Maybe we can go together.
Oh, that would be nice, though.
Yes.
Okay, go and ask us some more questions, sweetheart.
Yeah, so what does, I can't pronounce it, Mon, Nu, Shinu, what does that mean?
It means before we die.
Before we die.
That's
So, and you did this person just to ask just a little question, because people need to not know the whole story. They need to be interested in it. But it was a story before someone died.
I named it Before We Die because I want everyone to find the love of their life. Do not wait until that person passes away. Do not wait until that person marries someone else. Before those tragic things happen, find the love.
Wow.
If you can.
Oh, yes, you can find the love of your life.
Amen.
You know what I mean? You can't look for perfect in no one.
No.
The problem is we take ourselves and we want the person to be what we want them to be. And that is not love. You have to look at the soul of the person and try to mold them in the way that you both can care and love each other. Because nobody's perfect.
That's right.
You understand? And that's the problem with the human race. They want you to have long hair. They want you. They want to have. They want all these things, and they're required. And then when they're with you and they start disappearing, they never had love. They leave you.
That's right.
So it's best to meet a man bald-headed and ugly, and it's a reality, because I experienced it when I was young. You look too beautiful, and when you take your hair and stuff off, it's and you go through all that nonsense. Then you got to stay dressed up in the bed looking like a movie star all day and all night, uncomfortable for a man ain't worth it. He out there running with the hoop nanny who ain't worth nothing. And you sitting there only satisfying his fantasy. Wow. So know the difference in fantasy and true love. A man loves you for your naturalness. And if they don't like you, first thing you get home, snatch that wig off and say, look at me, do you love me like this? And watch his face.
Yeah.
And if he find a way to exit out that door, honey, let him go. All right?
I like that one.
All right, put us some music on.
You're again now, come to give you more of my time. Done calling on it again. After time to find you, give me a moment just to remind you of the love we've not did before. The reason you kept out the door, I see confusion in your eyes. Maybe you're right to surprise the way.
Okay, I want to give a shout out to everybody out there on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you at. Hi, folks, how y'all doing? And everybody, the Mahogany, yes, I'm going to get you on the show. I enjoyed your show Friday and Saturday night. I love that realness, girl. You are real, real, real. I'm going to get you on the show. So you make sure you call me. And everybody out there listening to us, I hope you enjoying the show tonight. You can tune in every Tuesday, every Monday night from 8 to 12. And from 1 a.m. to 2, we go Jamaica. When we go in Jamaica and explore Jamaica and the West Indian Islands. But right now I want to say all my southern folks, how y'all doing? Down south, how y'all doing? South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, wherever you're at out there. Say, I'm here for you. And anybody want to call in the station tonight, if you want to talk to Zoe, the number is 718-676-0820, 718-253-4239. Zoe is right here. You want to know about love or something spiritually right now, you can call Zoe in the station. Don't be shy. 718-676-0820, 718-253-4239. And we're live on live stream, Twitter, and the others. I want to thank Anne-Marie. You want to give your shout out there?
Oh yes, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, hello to Elder Patti Ole, unusual name, Elder T, and Elder Palmer from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Oh, Church of Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
That's right. Well, you know, we accept reverends and preachers here. You may want to get a show, girl. I think you need your own show. You know what I mean? I think you need your own show. Because you know we're very religious in here. It's because I'm Sister Dobong, but I'm healing and helping people spiritually with God. No other way. You can't come no other way here. I rebuke all evil forces and all devil. I run them out your life. I take them away from you, honey. God gave me that power. Okay, take that phone call. WVIP 93.5 FM. Good evening, caller.
Sure, how are you?
Very good. You want to speak with Zoe?
I wanted to speak with you. I wanted to know if you could do a reading and give me my lucky number.
All right. Well, okay. What is your name?
My name is Shirley.
Shirley?
Shirley.
And where you calling from, Shirley?
I'm calling from Canarsie.
Canarsie. And tell me something, Shirley. What sign are you?
I'm a Virgo.
Well, Shirley, I can tell you something. You're a Virgo. God bless you, baby. But I can't pick up on you tonight. You got to call me tomorrow, okay?
Call you tomorrow.
Call me 718-253-7273. Next. WVIP 93.5 FM. I got no time for games tonight. Mama is serious. Next caller, please. Okay, you want to call in 718-676-0820.
Serious inquiries only, please.
Honey, I'm spiritual. I know when games are being played. Next. All right, put some more music on. Let the banjo play.
Gotta be honest.
Zoe. Are you calling in for Zoe? Hello, caller. All right, I guess they're shy. Okay, let the banjo play. Bring the chickens out. Bring the chickens out.
The first time I saw you, girl, what's your remedy? Don't go down on me if the storm comes today. Yeah, hey, could never wash you away. No, not the urge. I with my baby, I was last to the same me. You know, I'm on my TV. Yeah, yeah, I'm just straight from my heart. Oh, believe me, what to do was smart. This love that I have, it's straight from my heart.
Hello, baby, can you come over? Right now, loneliness take you over. Me need you tonight, tell me over. Come on, your body, take over. Every rock till the ocean come over. When you just yourself up on the shoulder, I'm placing some kind of Jamaica. Make love to me, make up the labor. Girl, you're all I need, and I'm always listen, you listen, baby, listen, I need your tenderness. Okay, I want to say a happy birthday to all the folks out there got birthday going on. Brooklyn, how my Brooklyn doing out there? Dollar Band, shout out to the Dollar Band, shout out to the nursing home. Close the music down, some of it. Shout out to the nursing home, shout out to the people out there who's out there and sick and not feeling well. Don't forget to pray. God is love. Continue praying. And if you're having troubles in your life, make sure you call me Sister Dobong, 718-253-7273. See me in the morning. Be happy in the evening. WVIP 93.5 FM. Good evening, caller. Hello, caller. You on the line? Okay, so many people calling, the lines get blocked up. I need someone over here to fix this.
Ma'am, did you hear her say hello?
Okay, caller, are you there?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Hello, caller?
Hello,
Yes, caller, how are you this evening?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm fine, and how can I help you? Want to talk to Zoe?
Yes, I do.
All right, Zoe's on the line.
Hello, how are you, ma'am?
Hi, I was calling to see if your book will be available on Amazon.
Yes, it will be. It's available right now on Amazon.com.
What's the name? Give it a name.
The name of the book is called Adjust My Soul, and the second name of the book is called Me New Shanu.
Hello?
Yes, hello? Can you hear me?
Okay, she heard you already, so she can always go on live stream. The show's always repeated. You can go on live stream. So many people calling at one time. The Ustream out there, everybody full. Okay. If you want this lovely book, don't forget you can get it on the Amazon. The name is Adjust My Soul by Zoe Bell. ZOEIEBELL. Zoe Bell, Adjust My Soul. And the fairy tale of the love that we want to experience before we die is Menu Shinu. MAEMOUSSHINU. So make sure you get it, folks. You can get it at Amazon. You can go back and watch this. Give them the instruction, lady, where they can go to listen to the show.
For a recap of the show, even though it's not time yet, you can go to kingandqueenradio.com, brooklynstation.com, livestream.com/KNQ as well as youtube.com, and type in the search bar King and Queen Radio. Thank you.
Okay, Anne Marie, what are you going to do when you find your love before you die? How you going to treat him?
Treat him with love. Just be myself.
You're going to be yourself?
And, yes.
Are you going to cook?
Be truthful.
You
cook.
Wash his clothes?
Yes.
Cut his toenails?
cut the toenails if he doesn't have diabetes.
Okay. I wish Marie's a nurse.
He would be my king.
All right, now that's what we got to hear. That's right, you got to make
Mr.
that
Harrison,
better.
Mr. Harrison. Attention, Mr. Harrison. If you are listening, please call 718-676-0820 or 718-253-4239. Mr. Harrison, Mr. Harrison.
Mr. Harrison looking for him a house to live. And so you got to make sure you got to.
My good friend Darlene, call in. Darlene to
Darlene, 718-676-0820, 718-253-4239. Give us a Sister Dobong commercial, please.
He's the only one. And through his power, he works through me, and I'm able to help others. Now, a lot of people, when they come into me, they automatically come under the influence of the Spirit and they become healed. A lot of them become where they feel the powers of God, and when they leave out, everything comes what they want to happen for them. There's a technique that I use, and that is you have to have faith. You have to come in with faith and be ready for me to help you. You have to have faith. And if you have faith, you can be cured and you can be helped. Because the power of God is working through me to help you and to cure you. I also do tarot reading, crystal reading, palm reading, and also psychic reading. I also do picture reading, numerology, and also just feeling out who you are.
Turn it down a little bit.
That's right, that's them chickens. Man, that's sacrificing them chickens. Woo! Sister Dobong got some chickens in the house. All right, that means money too, you know. In the ghetto side, chicken need money. Where the chickens at? All right, tell us about it out there. We got somebody young to know what the chickens need. Don't think mama didn't live in the hood too. So I know hoodie too. Now don't sleep on me. All right. That's right, when our folks get up there, they don't want to tell people where they come from. But you know, I give Barbara Streisand credit last night. She said, I'm from Brooklyn. You know, she said, I'm from Brooklyn. She told Spike Lee, we both from Brooklyn. Wow. And the audience like looked around at her. I said, Brooklyn, Crooklyn.
Oh my God, I don't believe she said that. Oh, appalling.
So many of them have been dead.
Okay, just for us ladies to have a little politics going on here, a little contradiction. What do you think about, do you know the election is tomorrow? Do anybody aware of the election here? No. And many people don't know tomorrow you voted?
I got the notice in the mail.
Oh, I know everybody here must know about the voting tomorrow. Well, folks out there, you need to know about voting. We need, Lady Ghost, you need to inform the peoples about, what's her name here running, I think, oh God, I should know her, she was in my stove before. The one that running against everything, the black lady.
Oh.
How could I forget her name? But anyway, tomorrow, most people are going to try to vote for her. Tell us a little bit about what's going on tomorrow with the voting, because a lot of people don't know it. And you know, we're sitting here in Brooklyn, and we're going to wind up losing.
Well, yes, apparently the next election day is tomorrow, February 26th.
Yes. And tell them what's going on, please.
I'm getting better.
You got to
right
inform.
now.
We'll put a little music on until we get this information, because people need to know what's going on here in New York City.
Got it.
Okay.
Sorry,
The
you didn't love
information. Okay, the information in.
Okay, it's the candidates we have right now for public advocate: Manny, Alejandro, Michael A. Blake, David C. Elsenbach, Rafael Espinel Jr., Anthony Tony Herbert, Ron Kim, Nomiki Conist, Melissa Mark Viverdo, Danny Odell, Jared Rich, Yandis A. Rodriguez, Don L. Smalls, Eric Ulrich, Latrice Walker, Jermaine Williams, and Benjamin L. Yee. That is for public advocate.
Now, what is that? The Republic Advocate.
A public advocate is a person that advocates for the public.
So what would they do for us?
They would be advocating for us. Things that we cannot say or we cannot express, they would be speaking on our behalf. It's basically in New York, it's part of the New York City Public Advocate. It's a citywide elected position in New York City. So it's basically whoever is first in line to be a successor of the mayor. And this person serves as a direct link or liaison between the electorate and city government, effectively acting as a ombudsman watchdog for New Yorkers, just like a strap hanger, even though that has to do with the trains.
Okay, so folks, it's very important you know these things, because what happened, a lot of these people sneak in office and you don't know what's really going on. So part of your education as being especially West Indians and people coming into this country as immigrants, and our people here should know it. They should be teaching it in school, which they don't. And by your lacking of education, this is how out of offices and take over, and you lose all your rights. So you need to start keeping up with what's going on with these people, because right now I don't know none of them. And I know Latricia. What was the black woman that everybody say they should vote? What is her name?
Latricia James.
There you go. I heard a lot of talk about her. You don't see her name there nowhere?
No, all I see is Latrice Walker.
Is that maybe that's her last name? That Latricia James and see what she does for the New York. I know she here for Brooklyn, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us about Anne Marie. What you know?
I just know she was running. She was in politics. She's in politics. That's all I know. Because when I was canvassing, she was, she was one we were canvassing for, and she won. She won her seat.
So is she in office now?
She should be.
Well, how we don't know this? This is black people in office, and we don't know nothing about it. I know her name, so somebody gonna help us out here. We get to help soon, cause we got somebody who know all the information. Okay, WVIP 93.5 FM. We got a lot of people calling in and they're having a good time. We're having a good time too. Put chickens on.
Oh, you read my mind.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. All right. Okay, we got to get out the chicken coop. All right. WVIP 93.5 FM. Good evening, caller.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, this is Zoe's cousin. I just like to tell her I am so proud of her and she's very proud of me.
Okay, well, let you talk to Zoe. She right here. Go ahead and talk to.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you so much for your support.
Hi Zoe, this is cute. I just want to let you know I'm so proud of you, baby.
Thank you so much, and I love you too, always.
Okay.
That is so nice. Anybody want to speak to Zoe? 718-676-0820, 718-253-4239. A beautiful young lady of inspiration, teaching people how to love once again and trying to show you to find a loved one before you die. And that is a lovely thing. So many people need to find somebody before they die. Because some of them die very miserable. Okay. Okay, WVIP 93.5 FM. Good evening, caller. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Yes, caller. Can I help you?
Yes.
Yes.
You go talk about Jamal Williams.
Yes.
Because he was in the fighting equal rights in New York City. And he fighting for the top fish and he work.
Now, which one is
the people, yes. Vote with Jamal Williams. The Jamaican guy, he just come there for the Jamaican guy now. Vote with Jamal Williams.
Okay, so what is his name? What is his name? Okay, well, anyway, he said get the Jamaican guy. So look for the Look for the Jamaican guy on there. All right, you have to turn your radio down, sweetie, when you talk, because we can't hear you. Okay, WVIP, sorry we got to cut you off, but we got to keep the train moving. Next, WVIP 93.5 FM. Good evening, caller. Okay, let the music play.
Don't make your girlfriend smash me up. Don't make your friend them break me up. This is the girl child. Your girlfriends don't think I love you like I used to. And they don't seem to trust me like they used to. And from the other day, one move of time, they know them carry up full of your mind. They know me love her up and I won't lie. Really wanna know.
All right, when you got to stay tuned, excuse me, from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., there we go, Jamaica. Anne Marie gonna be teaching us how to make red snapper. She gonna be cooking us red snapper tonight. So we're gonna have a good recipe of red snapper tonight. Anne Marie gonna tell us how to put them okras in there and how to hook it up. WVIP 93.5 FM. Good evening, caller. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Yes?
Good night.
Good night.
Go down vote with Jamal Williams.
And that's the man we should
yes,
vote
black guy
for?
come, yes, he was yes, go down with Jamal Williams.
Okay, we got his name.
He fighting for New York City and justice.
Okay,
well, after New York City, I'm in Bingham with them.
Okay, so we're going to give the public the name and they'll be able to go look him up so they can go vote tomorrow, possibly if they want to. I can't tell them who to vote for, but he's the black man. So how many other black people are running? Four them, so many phones and everything going. Thank you, caller. WVIP 93.5 FM. We taking so many callers. Hello, caller.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
All right, good night. Right, so tomorrow is the public advocate for the record. Mayor Bloomberg, Mayor de Blasio was the public advocate. And the current Attorney General for New York is Letitia James.
That's what I thought.
Elected, but she was also the public advocate. The public advocate plays a very critical role. Like one of the co-host said, you have a problem like in NYCHA, all those problems in NYCHA, and the prison system and so on, that the public advocate is your advocate, that's your cause. And what the caller said, one of the candidates is Mr. Jamari Williams, who is very prominent in the era. When you mentioned something about Jamaica, you misunderstood it. Mr. Williams is Eric is from Grenada. What they call that saying, he's another candidate, Mr. Michael Blake. He's from Jamaica, but he just recently put his name on the ballot. So the comment suggesting that Mr. Michael Blake should work with Mr. Jamal Reid and go out and run against. That's what the comment suggested.
Oh, well, we appreciate you giving us that. So who you suggest? Because we can't tell people.
What the comment says that so far, Mr. Williams has been there, in the era, stop and frisk and so on, and other issues he has been around. Recently, when we had a thing with the prisoners during the cold, the extreme cold, the prisoners had no heat inside here. Mr. Williams is always there, advocated. He ran, by the way, in the last election as a lieutenant governor, but he was not successful, he was not successful. He ran for the position recently as lieutenant governor in the previous election when last year in September.
Well, we thank you very much. So now people have an idea.
Hello?
Yes, we thank you very much.
Not even here.
Can you put it up?
So there are numerous candidates, and so African black people support 4 candidates. Every group is there represented. The Latinos, the homosexuals, every group have their own interest. So we should vote for our people. That's simple as that.
Oh, okay.
Vote for it, and vote for the people who who you can reach, who when you have an association individually or as a collective group, you can reach that person.
Okay.
That reflect your interest, because politics is all about interest. When they go in here, it's to advocate for your specific interest.
Well, we hope so, because now I can slow you down. I appreciate
job, unemployment. These are things that housing, foreclosure. These are things that impacting our people.
Okay, darling, thank you, and that we want to thank him very much. Everybody have to decide who they want to vote for, because we love our people, but sometimes our people are dictated by other people. So do your strong research and decide for yourself, because we can't tell people who they should vote for because of color. Because color can be deceiving. You can get people black as tar and preach you a game, and they go there and take orders from, remember Uncle Tom, so don't forget that either. So do your research and see what they did over the years. And I do like he said, the man Williams has been active in the communities, and he knows very well. So I kind of like him already, but I got to still do a little research. So folks, do your research tonight and get out and vote. Don't just sit there, because once they put them in there, your life is in their hand if you're in New York City.
That's right.
So, what do you need to go vote? Holly, what do people need to go vote? Is it too late?
No, they can actually go and vote. The voting starts tomorrow. All they would need, some people do get mailings as far as with the information telling them where their site is and where they should go. And also there are some people that are not going to be able to go out and vote, so they can get their absentee ballot. And all of this information can be found on who'sontheballot.org. Who'sontheballot.org. Or you can simply go to newyorkcity.gov for more information.
Okay, folks, we had a great show. We're getting ready for
Lady English
Connection, and what's the name of the peoples on that show?
King James.
King John.
And Mr. Hughes.
I'm just kidding, King James.
That's not funny. And Mr. Hughes.
Not Crooked John, King James. And Professor Hughes.
I'm sorry,
Big up to the lovely show, and they got a great show, and I just love it. And so they're streaming 24/7 too. So I got to give them big props, because we look out for each other. Me and Lady English, she on the money. Love my girl. All right, Mahogany, I didn't forget you out there, girl. Big up to you, and shout out to everybody listening, all the fans and everybody, and all the fans of my pretty girl Zori here. And I want you to come back, and we're hoping to get you a show so you can invite guests on and spiritual people. People need you. So see what you can do, and people support you, and you have a great show.
For a recap of the show, ladies and gentlemen, at 11:55, you can go to kingandqueenradio.com. Phone stop ringing. I'm about to play the chickens. kingandqueenradio.com. brooklynstation.com.
livestream.com/KAQ radio, as well as youtube.com, and type in the search bar, King and Queen Radio. We can also be seen on Tumblr, Periscope, and YouTube.
And there we go, Jamaica, and we'll be have the airplane, and we'll be taking off 1 a.m. going in Jamaica. Where we going tonight in Jamaica?
It's a surprise. Let's see
All
what
right, and
Edward says.
let me get to the airport. I got an hour to get there and fly in Jamaica. So I see y'all 1 a.m. in Jamaica, folks. There we go, Jamaica, 1 a.m.
Oh, Lord. Shout out to WVIP 93.5 FM. Good night.
It's so fun though.
She give me a chance just to rub on it down real fast. From West Indian giant, step on the work and could I get a love like mine? Now she got it and she make me light shine. All the bad things she hear about me, but tell her I'm not she never know me. I love her in every season, and she never give me a reason. Nothing really matters when you're wrapped up in my arms when you're here.
I got to go in here. Everybody come. Who's that pretty lady? Now they can see you on this show. Oh, they can see you? Why did you see? You go home, you can see the show. On King and Queen Radio, Brooklyn Station, 24/7. It stays up there. So the whole world can see you. You're on YouTube, you're everywhere. You're all over the world. Oh, yeah? Oh, I love that. Get out of here.
Yeah, but I started with the book.
You and Holly got Holly. She's setting up everything. Talk to her.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a last minute caller. It's for Zoe.
Love you.
Last minute caller.
Last minute caller. Is she on the line? How you keep that weight from how you can be?
I take a lot of lemon water.
Does it work?
Yeah.
Just put the lemon in the water. But the acidic don't bother you. They just put it right down a little bit.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you have to get with that acidic because that's what I got the doctor. It kind of messed me up. So much acid. What are you doing for the skin break? I'm just watching it real good. Put it like that. I got to see what I can do to find it's something. I got to think what it is. There's a bush she can drink. She can drink what that? Aloe vera. You drink aloe vera? Aloe vera.
Good gosh almighty. Woo! I'm on echo everywhere. WVIP 93.5 FM. Good night. Hello? Are you out there? Hello, caller. I hear the caller. Are they out there? Can you get the echo off me, please? Hello, caller. Okay, we got to go back to the music. They have to come on 1 a.m.
They get shy. Because I'm very aggressive. You say the wrong thing and just put the wrong up. So they think twice before they...
Do you have children?
Yeah, I have one big boy. You have a... It's a puppy.
Just a puppy.
Oh, I love puppies. Animals are better than kids, trust me. Nowadays, the way these kids are raised, there's no... And then you talk with her, so she
I am, I got it.
gotta recognize you.
I already know. That's why I said I'm going to talk to you after the show.